And we're live.
Hey folks, thanks for tuning into the BAMF podcast. I'm your host, Mike Lafford, and today we are playing White Star, which is a fun OSR sci-fi game by James Spahn. And Walt Rebelliard is our GM. How you doing, Walt?
Hello. We're shaking.
All four cheeks and a couple of chins. Tell us about the game.
How can I follow that up?
It's just an old Cheers quote I've been waiting for like 30 years to use, man. So.
That's brilliant. We're playing White Star, which is an old school Renaissance style game. It's basically Star One with the numbers thrown off, and it's set over on top of the white box rules, so that you can play Star Knights and mercenaries and nobles, and of course, like we're doing today, pirates, and play it right on some old school rules, so they're really easy and simple to play with.
Arr.
Arr. So, Mike, who are you playing today?
I am playing a Chewy type called Yakark. You guys can just call me Yak. I'm an alien brute. My alignment is Nebula, whatever that means. And so basically I'm muscle.
So there's three alignments. The alignments are Star, Nebula, and Void. So Star is kind of like lawful, like you're a pretty good dude. You look out for your peeps. Nebula, you can go either way, and then Void, you're Darth Vader's play pal.
All right.
Patty, who we got?
Oh, didn't realize it was muted. I am playing Duncan something or other. I'm assuming that was spelt with a Boston accent, which I'm not going to eat with him. And he is a mercenary and a weapon specialist, so pretty good with the guns, and he has a couple of spider droids hanging off his back that he likes to deploy to freak people out every now and then.
Right on. Brother Donovan being played by Jason.
Yep, playing Brother Donovan, the Hidden Monk. He's a Star Knight, alignment Nebula, and he's here to kick butt and take names.
We love that. Of course, Jacob, if you want to introduce yourself.
Yes, I'm Jacob Blackman, freelance illustrator, and today I am playing Trogu.
I knew it was coming, so I had to give you your moment. And speaking of our moment, we have Paul, who is using a much different voice than when he started.
I'm Paul Malco from Union City Alliance. I'm playing Junker, who is a pirate who incorporates robot parts into himself. And he just took the very posh voice box of a droid who earlier. He is also a Nebula alignment, a two-fisted technician, and he's been rebuilding himself all game after almost getting blown up.
I hate when that happens. So when we last left our not so intrepid heroes, because there's nothing heroic about them, they were inside this command center, and Trogu, with help from Stink Eye, who was being played by Nick Cole, might have put the whammy on one of the technicians, and she has since come over to your side, kind of helping you with what you guys had going on.
Just so you know, in my head canon, she's played by Amy Schumer. Please continue.
that hurts my skull. Because she's like 7.5, almost 8 feet tall. She's got this big dragon-like fin on her head, green skin.
Torgu's in green.
Yeah, hey man, I'm going with the way the stars are lining up. So you guys had managed to shut down the farming ray that would keep your ship. You muted yourself, Paul. I didn't do it. It's not my fault. So
the aggro.
No worries.
Oh, go ahead, Paul.
Yeah, I had a weird delay there. Sorry. Agriculture laser.
The agricultural laser. So there was they have a weapon that would keep you guys from launching out of the main bay that you're going to travel to next, and this bay has the stuff that you were sent here to steal from the man. But in order to get ships into the cargo bay that you need to go to next, and then get you guys back out again, you needed to get this agricultural laser shut down. We've seen right here that the exit is now clear. You guys can get out of here too easily. And per your mission instructions, you need to get back on the tram and head out to parts unknown, or rather head to the next cargo bay. What do you guys do?
Trogu is going to ask, "Do you have a backpack to carry me?"
Oh, you asking the lady who is who has been swayed to your side?
Of course.
She says, "Honey, I will make something for you." Of course, she has been bamboozled and mind tricked by Stink Eye, who is kind of following your group behind you, heavily intoxicated. She manages to rig up. She takes the jacket of one of her friends, makes it kind of like where she ties the arms across her chest, and then stuffs you into the back of the jacket, pressed up against her nice warm flesh. Where do you go?
He will lead her like Master Blaster to the
door. All right, so you guys start heading toward the doors. The technicians that you guys have originally kind of like bound up, and everybody seems to have duct tape. So everybody went to work and basically 100-mile-an-hour taped these guys to every station they could get their hands on. So they're not doing anything as far as stopping you. Where do you guys exit back to the tram, or are you doing anything else in this room beforehand?
Okay, we got the aggro beam off. We were able to shut off like their weapon systems, or was that possible through this?
You can try. If anybody has any of those weapon systems handy, you can definitely give it a shake.
I've got a technology check that's pretty good.
All right.
And I roll a 2.
Ooh, that is very good. All right, so yeah, it looks like they have turbo lasers, they have point defense cannons, and they have missiles. The turbo lasers are guided from the bridge, so the pirates are going to have to handle those themselves. The point defense cannons and the missiles can all be handled from here. So those you managed to shut down. So at least they'll have an easier time getting in. What do you call it? What do you guys do from here? Hey, Mike.
I fire into the darkness.
The darkness fires back.
What is? I know we had to shut down the farming. What were other missions on here? Like, we did a little bit of looting, but we're pirates. We could always do more. But do we have any specific goals?
Yes. So your job initially was to make entry onto the Arrowhead Corvette, which you did. And this thing is massive. It's it's almost like a Star Destroyer in that other property that shall not be named.
Hence the tram.
What's that?
Mm-hmm.
Hence the tram.
Yes. Hence, yeah. It's got several trams to get around, actually. So, I mean, this right here, if you're looking at the screen, is the ship you came in on, right? And it's approximately half the length of a football field long, right? So you guys are, yeah, your ship is. So that should give you some sense of the scope. You were told per your mission brief with the pirates, they wanted you to make entry, which you did in the initial run. You guys, where'd it go? You guys made entry into this huge flight bay, that like a big receiving cargo bay. You bored through the ship, crashing in through the side of the ship, fought your way to the first tram, and then got yourselves to the aggro laser where you had since gained a new teammate via the lady that you are now backpacking with, Trogu, and then you managed to shut off the aggro ray. So the next part of your mission is to hop back on the tram and then get to the other side of the ship where there's another cargo bay, and that cargo bay is you need to take control of that so your pirates can land and pull out the cargo that's in there.
All right, so it's a cargo bay / landing bay. We got to basically create a drop zone for them. So take out any countermeasures, take out any security personnel. Okay, that makes sense.
All
Can
right.
Duncan search the tied up engineers, technicians to see if they have anything useful on them?
They have some security key cards, which you feel would be pretty and easy to get. Yeah, exactly. Get you guys through some portals. They got these weird they look like cylinders, like metal cylinders that are like stuck in their pockets of varying colors. Probably some sort of code cylinders, almost like a super advanced thumb drive. They got those. A couple of them have those in their pockets, and one of the guys has what looks like a flask of his own.
Ooh,
Well, I think you're going to want to take those for the information we can sell.
I quickly liberate the flask.
You're going to liberate the flask
For medicinal purposes.
for medicinal purposes. All right, so you guys head out to the next tram, just outside of the doorway. It's already waiting for you. You guys are having no problem at all, and then you get into the tram and then start blowing your way out. Once you get into the rail system, your pirate commander calls up. He goes, "See you boys cut off the tractor beam. That's tight. I love that stuff. Hey, listen, how far are you from securing my drop zone?"
The missiles and point defense systems are off. You should be clear other than the turbo lasers.
At what point did the kobold become this leader of the party?
Since he gained a
I was gonna
7.5, 8 foot piggyback.
The non-piezo space goblin.
Do we have a pirate captain here?
Not with you.
More a pirate collective. Okay.
Yeah, you have a captain aboard the Bastard Nebula, but then you guys were working with the Raider chief. So whoever was in charge of the operation to get yourselves out again.
I'm kind of seeing Trogu and his lady friend as sort of a Flavor Flav, Bridget Nielsen kind of power couple from the surreal life. Sorry, that's an irrelevant. Back to the game.
Oh God!
So let's get on the tram and go to the other cargo hold and shoot some guys. That's the plan. I like this plan.
All right, so you guys are aboard the tram. You hear in the background from when you're talking to your new to the Raider chief. He's there's like pounding sounds that are in his background, so they're probably taking a beating from that turbo laser. But from Shadow the Illustrator, irrelevant but hilarious. They're probably taking a pounding from those turbo lasers, but it's nothing that the ships can't handle. All right, so you guys get to the end of the tram, and then come out into a large, almost like another hangar bay with cranes and tons of cargo. There's technicians in yellow vests that are moving around and moving some of the different items that they're shifting in place. You know that at some point this area right here up at the top looks like it could have like an opening, like a raised tram that comes up and down, almost like an elevator. and the section where it should have grading is missing. So something is coming up, and then you see all these technicians. If you look on this side of the map toward the bottom, there's this big yellow and black barrier. That's open to space, and it's got a force field keeping your atmosphere in. You guys exit from this door, and kind of like all the technicians and stuff kind of look up and are like, give you that you're not supposed to be here kind of look. What do you do?
Duncan holds up his machine gun and says, "Step away from the terminals, or you all get it."
The one that's right here next to the terminal just raises his hand, stands up, and like backs away. What do you do then?
Junker says, Torgu's here. I'm fairly certain he's going to get it anyway.
What's that?
Yeah. We've got to go.
Am I
And
not
if
getting
anyone
crazy?
gives me any trouble, I'll execute every last motherfucking one of you.
And there's your R rating.
Yeah, there goes that family rating.
I knew I got the explicit tag on iTunes for a reason.
So yeah, the technician that's over here stands away, but there's all these technicians over here. About 8 of them, 10 of them. They were moving various things here and there, and they have what do you call it? You see a couple of them like reach up and tap the chest, maybe broadcasting on a communicator or something like that. What do you do?
When Torgu sees them activate those emergency alarms, he is going to find which one of them is the highest ranking and use his mind blast against them.
Probably the one next to you in the chair.
Yep, mind blast that one.
Of course you do.
So I've got ion munitions in my slap rifle that do, is it 2d6 or 3d6 to tech?
Yep.
So that probably, if they've already broadcast, it won't be able to prevent that, but it can at least shut down continued information. So I'd like to load up those rounds and fire that at the crowd there.
All right, so you lock this thing into it's like an underslung grenade launcher right into the bottom of your rifle.
Yep.
Squeeze the trigger. It lands. I assume you're throwing it right around here, so right in the middle of all the technicians.
Yep.
All the ones that are caught in the blast kind of because it's not really, when I say blast, there's like this big pulse of like bluish green light. They kind of like stagger back and kind of like hold, almost like they've been hit with a taser a little bit, but it doesn't seem like it hurts them very much. But you can see that there's the little headset that they're wearing inside their ear sparks, and it doesn't look like whatever they were carrying survived the encounter. The rest of them like drop to their knees and hold their hands up.
Okay, that went as well as it could. So, all right. I guess we direct them to get down on the floor, lace their fingers behind their head, and then we start doing what we need to do to secure the landing bay. Brother Donovan, do you have any ideas what we need to do at this point? Because I kind of came here and shot some guys, and that was as far as my planning went.
Junker will head towards any computer terminals that are there.
Yep, you got a big one right here where that tech was. Right, so
okay, so he'll head over there and see if he can hack into it. Is that
absolutely? Give me a roll. Tell me what you get. What are the rest of you doing?
I have a question. These two guys,
14, which I don't think is great.
What's your? It should be intelligence plus something.
So
On your sheet.
That's technology is intelligence plus 2, and my intelligence is 17.
Oh, yeah, you're all set.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, you're all set. Yep. So, all right. So you managed to override the safeguards and start punching in control code so that you can just kind of see what's going on. Yeah, you kind of get a little like a oh crap moment because you get a signal from the system saying that you have about 10 seconds before something delineated as M107 comes up that tram. So it comes up that elevator in the corner right here.
So Junker will say, "We have incoming. Watch your asses now."
All right, what are you guys doing? How are you maneuvering yourselves? It looks like all the technicians are now huddled up against these crates. Go for it.
I'll take some cover behind some barrels that are close to the tram opening and kind of set up where I can shoot over or around once whoever comes out of the tram comes out of the tram.
Gotcha.
And that's my
all right.
action.
So you're going to be, say, over here?
Yeah, as long as I'm behind some reasonable cover and I can still poke out and get a shot, that's what I'd like to do.
Yeah, it looks like they're barrels of some sort, big, probably 20, 30 gallon barrels.
What are these things here?
Those are cargo containers. They're crates. There's a digital display. That little red light on top of it is a digital display, and it's displaying temperature variations.
Oh, it's explosive. Okay. All right. So I'll go over here behind one of these containers.
Okay, just so that you know, that's like a cargo connex. It's about 10 feet high and about 5 to 10 feet wide.
Perfect.
So just
want to hide behind it as cover.
All right, gotcha. Anybody else? Anybody else moving?
Torgu wants to find cover with the doctor, and he is going to ready one of his frag grenades to go to toss at that elevator that's coming up.
Okay, so you're going to be like right here?
I don't want to be near anything that looks explosive.
So how about you guys are standing on top of the crates?
That's fine.
Okay. All right. So
Junker will, if he can duck behind the computer panel, he will. If not, then I've used my action, and I'm hanging in the wind.
Gotcha. Patty, where are you going?
I'm going to jump in behind that computer panel as well. How many of the spider bots can Duncan deploy at once? Is it just one at a time? Or...
You have 2 of them, right?
4?
You have 4. You can deploy all 4.
Okay, I'm going to deploy all 4 and just get them to sort of scatter out in random directions. Maybe stand on the walls, maybe some climb a little higher, just to wait and see what happens.
Right on. All right. So after a moment, you guys you start deploying your spider drones. They're moving throughout the room. I assume you're kind of doing them in a semicircle aimed at that particular tram entrance.
Sure.
All right. So at the top of the tram entrance, let's see. We'll share a screen because we have the technology, and boom. Right. So at the top of the tram entrance, you see what looks like a 10, 11 feet tall mech to the top of the stairs, or to the top of the tram, rather, as the grating locks in place. It's tall enough to where it can see over the cargo containers, and it sees Trogu and Professor Hot Pants standing on top of the cargo containers.
Is that her name?
It's just what I put on the little mini, so I would know who it is.
Okay.
It automatically comes online, and you hear threat detected, engaging. Who's rolling for initiative?
I think we all shouldn't we?
Yeah, that works for me.
I got a 5.
So
All right.
initiative in this game is D20 or D6 plus dexterity?
We can do either. So go ahead and go. Let's do. What did you do, Jacob?
D6, right?
You can do either. So why don't we do D6? That works.
I rolled a
D6
5.
Then I would total a 6.
6,
Likewise.
Mike is 5.
4 for
It should be
Dustin.
6. It's a modified 6, base 5.
All right. Patty.
4.
Patty is 4. Jason.
I have a 4 as well.
4. All right. So He did not get anywhere close to that. So I assume let's go with the sixes. That would be Trogu and Paul.
Cool. And Mike, right?
Yeah.
You got a 6, Mike? I thought you got a 5.
Modified 6.
Gotcha. All right. Go for it.
Who wants to go first? Or it can be me.
So
Torker's going to open up by throwing the grenade.
I assume it's an ion grenade?
Yeah.
All right. First roll a d20. Don't roll a 1.
I roll a 16.
All right, because that would be bad if you roll a 1. All right, so the grenade lands in. Give me some damage.
Let's see. Here it says 3d6. Okay. And not a great roll. 8.
Okay. So you see him pull the pin. The activator lever, what do you call it? Flashes, and he throws the grenade. It lobs itself in there, bouncing off a wall, and lands at the thing's feet with a harsh pulse of bluish green light. There's some staggering from the machine as it tries to cope with the EMP that just flooded that space. That brings us to Mike.
Yeah, I'll be doing the same basic thing. I had 2 of those ion grenades. I fired one of them. There's one left in my slap rifle. So same thing Jacob did, basically. Same kind of munition.
All right. Just give me a d20 roll because it's an area effect. Don't roll 1.
All right. Gotcha. Roll a 3.
That works. Just give me some damage.
All right. It's a 2d6. No, wait. Sorry. 3d6 to text. So 6 natural, 2, 5.
All right. So 13 total.
Yes.
Damn. All right. So the two grenades go off almost in unison. The first pulse staggers it. Mike gives it. Does he do like any kind of animalistic roar as he pulls the trigger? He pops off the grenade from the bottom of the rifle, which also bounces off the wall and gives it a pulse that sends it staggering outside of the protection of the connexes. That brings us to
Junker will say, did that thing just say threat detected? Son of a bitch, that has a great voice box. I'm going to get that bastard.
Oh, no. What's Junker doing?
And he'll use his flying drone, Bubba, to fly a fair distance, but start strafing that thing and blasting it. Hopefully, maybe drawing some fire away from my friends and compatriots. So I'll give you an attack roll for Bubba.
Yep, it's got an AC of 4.
Okay. So my total hit bonus is 1. So I'm rolling a d20. I got a 3.
Please. You got a 3?
Yes, and so a +1 hit bonus, so 4.
All right. So the thing
is that how it works?
Yes, your drone flies in, kind of dodging and ducking as the thing tries to swat it away like an angry fly. It levels several shots, which puts huge streak marks and scoring into the wall, but doesn't actually hit the target. That brings us to Jason. Wait, has Patty gone yet? Patty hasn't gone yet.
I haven't gone yet.
Yep.
I'm going to go now?
Yep.
Okay. So I would like to just direct my 4 spider guns to kind of intercept this thing from the various directions and shoot at it.
Go for it.
Let's see. They each have.
It's got an AC of.
blasters.
It's got an AC of 4.
So I just roll once to see if. So got a 22.
Dear Lord, that's a hit.
Okay. And do I roll damage for each of them, or?
Yep.
Yep. Oh, okay. Let's see. Oh, there's no plus to it, so that is that. All right, and then the third one fires like pew 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 pew, and we got a total of 16.
All right. So what was the first? What was the first damage?
6.
And the second?
4.
And so it was 16 total.
Yeah, 16 total. Sorry. Yeah.
All right, 16. Dear
6,
Lord.
4, 3, 3.
You guys are hammering this thing. It blasts back into the wall, and like cracks the casing of this power generator that's out there. That brings us to Jason.
All right. I'm not sure how my meditation of force works, but what I'd like to do is try to pick up this box right here and
Yes,
slam
sir.
it against them.
Go for it.
So would this be a like a skill test?
It works kind of like your magic does in like a spell.
Okay.
So are you just going to give me a to hit roll?
Okay. Cool. All right. That's a 19. So
Oh, God.
that would be hit 0.
Yeah. You trust me, you're fine. So that box hurls in. It levitates for a second and then hurls in. There's a crack in the casing, and then the casing explodes. The casing ruptures in a huge ball of like greenish blackish fire. There's a small bead of like pure black that appears just near where the mech shoulder is. It tries to draw the mech into it, crumbling it and crushing it, kind of like in a certain series we saw not too long ago with some heroic character showing up at the last minute. But we don't talk about Deus Ex Machina. Anyway, so the mech is like slammed into this singularity, crushed, and like almost like taking a tin can and twisting it before crushing it flat. But before it can be completely destroyed, the singularity collapses, and then there's cracks and fissures all throughout the deck plating at the back of this cargo bay. Boxes and crates and barrels were thrown around. One of the technicians got pulled off her feet and was what do you call it? Slammed against the deck, coming very close to you, Brother Donovan. And the mech is on its side, not moving. What do you guys do?
Junker shouts, "Dibs!"
So you go over there?
Yeah, absolutely. He'll start pirating that right away.
All right. As you're, you roll over there and start working on the mech. What are the rest of you guys doing? Just securing the scene?
Yeah, Trogu will give the all clear for the ship to come into this bay. Okay.
You see it out beyond. So if you look at this area here, that's where the open cargo doors are, and you get the force field that's keeping the atmosphere in. So you see the ships are out there, and they start turning to come in. Junker, while you're kind of messing with messing with this thing's modulator, trying to get it out so that you can install it into your own, you get you hear like a chink chink, and you see that plate from the tram that came up that slides down about 5 inches and then slides under the decking.
So something else is coming up?
Most likely.
Junker says, son of a bitch, we have more incoming.
Very British 1920s radio announcer voice.
Yeah.
What do you guys do?
He'll back off, but send Bubba to float over the shaft to see what's down there.
It looks like a squad of men coming up very quickly.
Have the drones destroy them.
Yeah. Duncan hears that, and he's very happy to send all 4 drones kind of crawling under the tunnel and just fire at them as they approach, if possible.
All right. Let's see. Move these like so.
Kind of hiding in the shadows, just waiting for them.
All right. So turn and turn. All right. So share. All right. So you guys are staying in position where you guys are already?
Yeah.
I'm already in cover, so I think I'm probably in a good place.
Right on. All right. So a squad of 6 men in what looks like composite plate armor rise to the top. Do you command the drones to start opening up?
Yeah, but they're gonna fire some of their 2 of them are gonna shoot, and 2 of them are gonna fire their stun grenades.
Okay. Give me the 2 shooters first.
Okay, the 2 shooters.
They have an AC of 5.
One got a 9 and a 6.
Okay. The shots strike the wall. You see them kind of like duck and cover. They're holding what look like small black rifles. They go ahead and start like dispersing behind, dropping down behind the mech where Junker's working, and then and start looking like they're going to tactically move. Give me the 2 stun grenades.
Okay, stun grenades.
Junker, one of the things that you notice is one of the 6. It's this guy with the red dot on him. As he watches the grenades rifle up on these 2 spider drones that are off the side of the room, he holds his hand up.
Like to direct or lead the rest of the squad?
He's like got like a stop hand.
Okay.
Hell no.
All right.
He wants to parlay.
What were the hits on those stun grenades?
I rolled natural 1 and a 2.
Oh. Let's see. The natural 1. I have a cool chart for this. Well, the grenade blows up just outside the barrel of the spider mech, so it really doesn't affect machines. It was more for people. And what was the other one? A 13?
The other one was altogether a 6.
A 6? Okay. So this guy up here with the red dot on him, he's got his hand out, and as the grenade sails across the room, he goes and just like wipes his hand across the air in front of him. The grenade actually changes direction and lands over by Yak.
What?
So, Yak, give me a saving throw. Should be right on the front of your sheet.
Saving throw versus what?
It's just saving throw in this game.
All right, it's 12.
Yep. So you got to get a 12 or higher.
16.
Okay. So this thing goes off, and it's kind of like a stun grenade in real life or a flashbang in real life. It shoots an amazing amount of pressure, light, and also like almost like a digital charge into the air. You don't take the full blast because you were behind cover, but you still take some of it. You take 4 points from the grenade going off. And that brings us back to initiative. And so that we're not one on top of the other, roll initiative with a 20-sided so that way I have some variety I can work with.
I have 16.
All right,
Woo!
16 for Mike.
19 for Junker, total with a +1.
19 for Junker. Go ahead.
17 for Donovan.
17 for Jonathan. Yep.
15 for Torgu.
15 for Torgu. Yep.
3 for Duncan.
Oh dear God! You need to stop day drinking, bro. Paul, what was yours again?
19 total.
19. That puts you first. You're
Okay,
standing.
cool.
You're standing feet from these guys.
Yeah, and I'm knee deep inside this bot. Is there any way I can use my tech skill to try to use this droid's weapons on them?
I love that. That's a great idea. Let's do that.
Cool. So where's my sheet? Here it is. Tech skill is intelligence +1,
Yes.
and I rolled a 16. So
And what's your intelligence?
17? My intelligence is 17.
Nice. Do you make the bot say anything right before it does what it's going to do?
Well, so we'll say that the bot like rears up as Junker finishes his most important work, and Junker says, using the robot's voice, "Enemies can lick my balls."
The bot fires. He hits this middle guy right here, the guy with the red dot who did the funky thing with the grenade.
Cool,
He kind of moves out of the way, but he hits this guy. The hand folds back into itself, and you hear like a whoa, 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 and you see like a cycling of the arm, and it throws out a huge blaster bolt, splattering the guy in just an utter decimation of armor and like gory bits all over that side of the bay. That brings us to Mike. Oh no, I'm sorry, Jason.
All right. I think I'm going to. I think I'm going to kind of go around this corner, and I don't know. He's in the way. Is he laying down? This guy here?
He's like down with his hands over his head, trying to protect his head.
Okay. Well, I'm going to step in kind of close here. I don't know. Maybe I can't quite occupy his space, but I'll fire at this dude with the red with my blaster pistol.
Gotcha. AC 5.
All right, so that is going to be a 5. So I rolled a 14. So just out of 5.
So yeah, you rolled a 14, so that puts you right at AC 5, right?
Yep.
All right, give me some damage for that blaster pistol. Should be 2d6.
Oh man. 2d6 plus 2, so 3 points of damage.
All right, so you pulled the trigger. It hits the armor, leaving a black mark across its shoulder and chest, and then cascades into the wall in a huge shower of sparks. That brings us to let's see. That's Mike.
Oh, sorry, I'm on mute.
It's usually me that does that.
Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, so I'm still a fair distance away. It looks like some of my allies are right on top of the bad guys, though. Is that
so
correct?
you got Brother Donovan, who's right there, and then you got Junker, who's right there. So you guys are fairly close together.
All right, so I probably don't want to shoot a grenade into their general vicinity.
That might be bad.
Okay. All right, so let's just do a single shot then. I will target the enemy closest to me, and
that would probably be this guy right here that you have line of sight with.
Yep, sounds good. I'll do just shooting from cover. What's his AC?
5.
Okay, that's not so bad. So I got to roll a 14 to hit him. So I have a +1 on dexterity. 17 modified.
Nice. Damage.
Okay, that's 2d6. 1, 5, total of 6.
Ooh. There's Brother Donovan. You feel and see the bolt flying by your head. It didn't necessarily take the paint off, or singe your eyebrows, but it came close. It hits this dude square in the chest, center mass, and he goes blasting down into the deck. That brings us to 16, 15. Trogu.
Trogu is going to fire a bolt of corrupted void energy at the Star Knight.
Okay. Go for it.
He needs to make a saving throw.
He is going to roll, and he makes his saving throw.
Okay.
Oh man.
It doesn't say whether or not he takes half damage. It just
Yes,
says,
he does. He does. He takes half damage.
okay. Half is 1 then.
Okay, so do you do anything? Any sort of flourish?
As you just his eyes go black, lightning streaks from his fingertips. Yeah.
Do you yell out anything like unlimited refills or anything like that?
Die, Marshall, die!
It cascades the armor, but he kind of like holds up his arm, and it takes his arm takes the brunt of the hit, singeing the outer armor, and you can't see because it's a full visored helmet, so you can't really see like what he looks like, but you can tell his attention is now squarely focused on you. That brings us to Patty.
The doctor, you better run.
Oh no, yeah, Patty, you're up.
Okay, so Duncan is going to. Can he make it up to where Yakak is?
Yep, you can make it there and make a shot.
Yeah, so he's going to take a shot with his heavy repeating rifle.
Go for it.
Do these look like one hit die kind of guys?
No way for you to tell that.
No way for you to tell that. Okay, so it was worth a shot. Let's see. So he gets a 18 to hit.
All right. And which guy are you shooting?
Just whatever seems to be the better off of the guys that I can see in my line of sight.
Right on. So this guy is probably prime candidate.
Is this the guy who threw the grenade?
No, that's this guy with the red dot.
Can I see him?
You can.
Can I shoot him instead?
I wholeheartedly support this plan.
Okay, and I say, try throwing this, you son of a... And then he says something that you probably can't say when you're streaming. And that's a...
We do have an explicit tag.
How many points?
9 points.
Oh, jeez. Yeah, he's not feeling it. All right, so that brings us to their side. The guy with the red dot who's been evidencing all these powers, he like lifts the plate of his armor near his ribs and he pushes something underneath it. His compatriots start firing. Let's see. One of them tries to go for you, Patty. It deflects off one of the barrels that you're hiding behind and almost singes Yak's fur. Another one fires at Yak. He gets a hit. They're using like small laser carbines for 4 points.
I'm down to 3.
Oof. So yeah, that thing singes the fur a little bit. That'll be a new scar that the lady fuzzies will probably get their jam on. And then the guy that's all the way in the back here, he reaches up and pulls a cylinder, gives it a quick half twist. There's a pulse of light, and he throws it right behind Junker and Brother Donovan.
Oh no.
Let's see. All right, so the grenade is successful. Gentlemen, give me a save for half damage.
All right, so
Is that everybody?
No.
Or-
Just the two that are over there, because the radius of the grenade is only about 3 meters, so it's not very deep.
so is
Am
it
I-
for radiation at all?
It can be considered a type of radiation, yes.
In that case, I get a +2 if it is radiation for a total of 15, and saving throw is 13.
Okay.
So it's a 13 without the +2. So I don't know if that reverses which one.
No. Yeah. So so what's your save normally? 13?
13, and I rolled a 13, but I have a +2 for radiation.
Yeah. So you need an 11 or higher. You're fine. And Junker.
I'm up, or
I just need
a
a
roll too.
I need a saving throw.
Sure. I got a 14, and I have a plus. Saving throw is 12.
Yep.
And it is
yes.
radiation, so I have a +2 to that.
All right. So each of you take 6 points of damage from the grenade going off.
Okay, cool.
Looks like a pulse grenade, so almost like a plasma wave washes over you, making it very uncomfortable to like live, breathe, exist. So that brings us to the top of the batting order again. Meanwhile, these two guys move over here. All right, and that brings us. That goes to Paul. You're up first.
Junker is pretty badly hurt. So he's going to try to leave this big guy on auto fire and make his way back to cover, probably over where Duncan is.
Okay.
Do you need another tech check to have me leave this guy going?
No. You can
Cool.
you can get out of there.
Yeah. And Junker says, "Hell with this."
Yeah, because now you have like the Ed 209 voice going.
Right. Yep.
That brings us to, let's see, that's going to be Jason.
All right, I think I'm going to draw my star sword and engage this guy here.
Awesome.
And I'm going to do like a scissor kick while swiping the sword across him.
Oh, I love that. Hit me.
Right.
Or don't hit me. But
don't hit you, but hit him. All right, so I roll, let's see, 18 plus 3, so 21 to hit, which would be, I'd hit a -2.
Oh, dear
and
God.
I do...
What's the damage?
6 points of damage.
Oof. So
8 points of damage. It's a +4, not +2. So
you execute the move, and he's, he had his hand up because he was taking the lightning from Trogu earlier. He looks like he's going to reach for something to deflect what you got going on. You land right in front of him and take him from the shoulder across his neck, separating him into 2 pieces.
Sweet.
That brings us to Mike.
Yes.
Shooty bang bang, or what are you doing?
I'm down to 3 hit points. Another shot's going to kill me. I used my med kit last time. Are we in a game where my med kit magically reconstitutes itself between sessions, or am I kind of screwed?
You might be kind of screwed if they shoot you again, but I mean, it depends, because you have you have Patty right next to you, and he's still got a med pack.
Okay, Patty, do you want to share your med pack, or are you saving that bad boy?
He's got 2 of them.
Patty, I would gladly pay you Tuesday for a med pack today.
That's awesome.
There you go.
All right.
Thank you, sir. So I'll be spending this turn using the med pack so I don't die.
All right. I believe that's what is that on the sheet? Is it 1d6, 2d6?
I thought it was 1d6. Just says med kit 1.
Hold on. I got it right here. Yep, 1d6.
All right,
so give me a d6. Tell me what you get. 2. Well, at least you're up to 5.
It's better than being at 3, so I'll take it.
Yes. All right. That brings us to Trogu.
Okay, the guy hasn't engaged with him yet, so he's going to turn to the doctor saying, "You better start running."
Uh-oh. All right, so she backs up a little bit. What are you doing?
Otherwise, he is going to aim his pulse staff at that guy and blast him.
Oh, what do you call it? Jason's brother Donovan has already sliced him in half.
Oh, he's down. Okay.
But there are so like if you look at the we have technology. So if you look at the screen right here, the guys with the X's. So this is the guy that was looking at you and giving you the evil eye that you lightning bolted.
Yeah.
And this is somebody that the combined efforts of Yak and Duncan basically sent on to his early rewards. So you got two more guys in this alcove in between the generator and the thing.
So just those two there. There aren't the two at the 12 o'clock there.
Nope, those guys are there too.
Okay, he's gonna since they seem to be trying to get into a flanking position, he is going to take one of them out.
All right, what are you doing?
He's going to shoot at the guy at the 12 o'clock position. I roll an 18, get a 19 with my range bonus.
Damn, is that the pulse staff again?
Yeah.
All right, give me some damage.
Okay. Oh, maximum damage, 8 points.
Oof. There's a buildup of the staff as the two energy prongs cycle up a small bead of force in the center of it. It flies out with like a high whistling like screech as it barrels across the space. It ruptures the barrel, hits the dude in the right here who was hiding next to it, blowing him into the wall and then lighting that entire space on fire. Oh my god. That brings us to Patty.
Okay, so the remaining guy next to the other barrel, I'm going to send would two of my spiders be close enough to get to him?
Oh yeah.
Okay, and would two of them be close enough to get to the other guys?
They're in the right position.
Okay, so I want two to crawl onto that guy behind the barrel.
Yep.
So they kind of like crawl up him, and whoo, nice explosion. And I'm going to say, "Spider monkeys, make daddy proud." And they're going to like use their robotic arms to just punch into this guy, hoping to pierce his armor.
All right, go for it.
Let's see. Ooh, okay, so
They have an AC of 5.
let me just quickly see. So I got a 16 and a 21. Okay, so the 16 doesn't hit. And 21. Oh, I need to hit lower than that, do I?
You need to hit an AC 5. So let's see. That would be that. I think it's like a
higher?
14 or higher.
Yeah, so I got a 16 or a 19 of 21.
All right, so they both hit.
Yeah. Let's see. The damage isn't
right.
as good as the other thing.
Damage with the punch.
Robotic arms +1, so that makes that 6 and a 7.
All right, so 13 total.
Yeah.
All right, so the first one kind of slides in there, knocking the barrel out of the way, brings up two of its robotic legs and slams it through the guy's torso. As it lifts it up, the robot drops down below as the other one slides across the grating and slaps it hard enough to dislodge his helmet and his neck. And he goes down. The rest of him falls backwards into the fire with his buddy that just tried to hit him. The two guys that are left, they with as easily as you guys have dispatched their friends, they're still hanging tough. It looks like they might be waiting for backup. But they open fire as well. One of them right there tries to take out Brother Donovan.
Quick question. Donovan had in the chat a while back. Do we still have the bonus from the hatred power?
No, that's worn off. And he's too drunk to give it to you now.
Well, what has he been doing this whole game, Walt? Is he just hanging out in the corner?
Yeah, he was. He's back where the what do you call it? technician is, and he's watching that technician, making sure that the technician's not going to do anything to compromise your position, like open these bay doors, which would be open to space. That would be bad. So yeah, and he's been mumbling the whole time. You don't know what's going on. But yeah, you don't have that bonus that wore off by the time when you guys were on the tram. That had worn off by then. Brother Donovan, that guy levels his blaster rifle at you, and you get slapped for 9 points of damage.
Woo! I go down.
All right, so you see Brother Donovan hit the deck. Junker, you're close by. Let's see. He's going to actually, the other guy is going to fire at Duncan. He hits, doing 6 points of damage. The blaster bolt sails across and strikes you kind of in the shoulder chest area. All right, so that brings us to the top of the batting order. That goes to Paul.
Yeah, Junker says, damn, this is all going ass sideways. And he'll have Bubba do some suppressing fire as he tries to grab Brother Donovan and pull him to cover.
All right.
So Bubba has a +1, and he gets a 2. So
he's just suppressive fire, keeping their heads down.
yeah. Well, he's probably more keeping my heads down with that kind of roll. But yeah, and me, I'm running for Brother Donovan to grab him and drag him back. Do you need me to do a kind of like athletics roll or something for that?
Nope.
Sure.
Nope. You're just going to do it because everybody else is trying to suppress these guys. That brings us to Jason, who is, what are you at, 0?
I'm in 0.
Yeah. All right. So then it gets
probably technically -1 because I have 8 hit points.
Oof. Mike, you're up.
I'm smoking.
All right. How many enemies are still standing?
Looks like 2.
All right. Do I have line of sight?
You do, and also from your vantage point, if you look over your right shoulder, you can actually see the ship is coming in, and it's pivoting around and about to seat its back end in through the force shield to set down.
Okay, so we're almost done. All right, cool. Yeah, let me go ahead and roll. 14 modified.
Okay, damage.
6 total.
Oof. So another blast goes out because you got that big slap rifle.
Mm-hmm.
That thing is like a certain Wookiee's bowcaster when it goes off.
Mm-hmm.
It slams people hard into the deck, and that's what it does with one of those guys. It slaps right into the center of his chest, blows out the back of his armor, and he drops right next to his buddies.
Nice.
That brings us to Trogu.
Torgu's probably going for a little overkill here, having seen them, drop his partner, Brother Donovan. He just pulls out one of the frag grenades and tosses it at the feet of the last one.
Go for it. Just don't roll a 1.
I roll a 16.
All right, yeah, that's cool. Give me some damage on that thing.
Okay.
Is that the 5d6 one?
No, this is just the regular frag grenade. So that is 13 points.
Oof. So he's sitting there and he's getting ready to fire off another shot, and all of a sudden there's like ding 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 ding. He gets that like, did that just happen? Goes to there's an explosion. He gets blown off his feet and lands next to the mech. Shredded into what looks like white armored encased hamburger. your ship flies into the bay, and a bunch of what look like almost like Terminator robots with backpacks and they're carrying rifles. They storm out of the cargo bay and onto the deck. It looks like they're going for all the cargo containers. One of them picks up Brother Donovan, looks at Paul and says, or rather looks at Junker and says, "We have it from here." Do you say anything in response?
Hey,
He
that's
says,
a really nice voice.
yeah,
Yeah.
he says, it's not a robot, is it?
It is. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So, absolutely. He says, you've got a pretty voice.
They pick up Brother Donovan and start dragging him back to the ship.
It's me.
Yeah, there's you get hit with a stim pack and a med pack.
Awesome.
Kind of.
I need it.
It wakes you both up. Kind of gives you like a little pump, so you're more ambulatory. But they pull you onto the ship. After a few moments of cargo being shuttled in, you guys are locked down, and the ramp barely closes as you clear the shield and fly off into space back toward the Bastard Nebula, which is your big, huge pirate ship. You guys can see out the viewports, turbo laser batteries being destroyed by stunt fighters being launched from the Nebula. And it's a little bit of a bumpy ride, but you guys get back into the cargo bay as the credits roll.
Woo!
Woo! Woo!
Nice.
So, yeah, that was a little bit of White Star.
Yeah, sweet. I had a good time.
Very good.
Yeah, fun.
Sir.
And Lord Dallas says bastards.
Yeah, I think if on our next lunchtime test drive, if we got a spot, Lord Dahlia should get a seat.
I wanted to do White Star again or try something else.
Well, that's up to you guys.
All right. Well, we should talk offline because I gotta go do stuff over in this laptop over here. But,
The soul crushing day job.
it's how I'm paying for this mortgage. So this telescope isn't paying for itself. It's
Right on.
all right. Cool. Well, hey, Jason, Paul, Jacob, Patty, Finn. Good seeing you guys again. Thanks for playing.
Thank you so much.
And
Everybody.
Radio Voice engaged. To all our listeners and viewers out there in the BAM podcast, we will catch you next time. And let's. Walt.